So with the second question, we have 2 out of 2 plus x plus 2 out of 2 minus x. So with this, we have addition of fraction. And I hope you know what to do whenever you have addition of fractions. We all know we have to find the LCM. So with this method, we have to find an LCM where all these denominators will have their share. So now, the first one is what? 2 plus x. And the second one will be what? 2 minus x. So you could see all these denominators has their share at the denominator aspect of the bigger fraction. And so this 2 plus x goes into this 2 plus x 1. And that one will multiply this, having what? The same thing as 2 minus x. And then this multiplies the numerator as we did in fraction. Good. So this goes into this 1. 1 times this is 2 minus x, and it will multiply the numerator, which will be 2 into bracket 2 minus x. We have our plus, we bring our 2 here. This also goes into this 1. 1 times this is 2 plus x, which will also multiply the numerator, which is what? 2 into bracket 2 plus x. We then expand the numerator. Please, you don't cancel at this point. You can cancel after you've expanded the numerator, added and subtracted like terms, and still you have a common factor. Then we cancel out. But at this point, we expand the numerator, which is we still maintain our LCM 2 plus x, 2 minus x. And so this time this will be what? 4. And then minus this time this will be what? 2x plus this time this will be what? Plus 4 plus 2 times plus x will be plus 2x. Now, straight away, this negative 2x cancels this positive 2x. So this cancels this. And then now 4 plus 4 will then be what? 8. And so the final answer will be 8 out of 2 plus x, 2 minus x. That is all for question 2. So if you want to copy, you pause the video and then you write everything. Now let's move on to question 3. So in question 3 we have x plus 2 and then minus x minus 2 out of x minus 3. So as we did for question 2, we will do the same thing for question 3 by finding the LCM for these two. So we said the LCM is that these two denominators will have their share in the LCM. So we have our x plus 2 here, x minus 3 here. And so this into this 1 times this x minus 3 will still be x minus 3, which will multiply the numerator, which is x. So this multiplying the x, this goes into this multiply the x, which will be x minus 3, bracket close. And then we have a negative sign here. Because of this negative sign, we have to bring a big bracket, because we will be having 2 brackets. The first bracket is this, which is x minus 2. And then the denominator of this will cancel this, or will go into this one, times this will be x plus 2, which will multiply the numerator, which is x minus 2 here. So we still have what? X plus 2. Good. And then, because of this negative sign, we have to maintain this big bracket. We expand this as we move. So we have x plus 2, and then x minus 3. And then this time this will then give us x squared. This time this will give us minus 3x. Good. So we have our minus sign. The whole of this multiplies the whole of this. So x expands it, which will be x into bracket x plus 2. And then minus 2 into bracket x plus 2. Then we close our big bracket. And then we still have our LCM to be x plus 2, x minus 3. Good. So we still maintain this one, which is x squared 3x minus our big bracket. Then we have this will give us x squared. This x times plus 2 give us plus 2x. And then minus 2 times x will give us minus 2x. Then you have allowed some minus 2 times plus 2 give us minus 4. You close it. And then you can see like terms can be added or subtracted. So this cancels this straight away. And so you are left with x squared and then 4. So we still maintain our LCM being x plus 2, x minus 3. And then we maintain this one x squared 3x. So minus times this will be what? Minus x squared. And then minus 1 times minus 4 will be what? Plus 4. Good. So in all, we can cancel this negative x squared with this positive x squared. We are left with what? Negative 3x plus 4x. I hope you are following. So because this is positive, let the 4 come first and let the negative follow. So this will then result to positive 4 minus 3x out of what? The LCM, which is x plus 2 and then x minus 3. And this should be our final answer for question 3. Let's move on to the next question. So you know what to do. If you want to copy, you pause the video and then you write it. Question 4. We have 1 out of 3 into bracket x minus y minus 1 out of 4 into bracket x minus y. Good. We still find the LCM for this two because we have subtraction of fractions, and we are saying that the LCM, everything here should have its share in the LCM. So we could see this and this are the same, so we don't repeat it, we maintain only one. So we have our x minus y here. Now the remaining figures or variables we need to be considered is what? The 3 and then what? The 4. So what will be the LCM for the 3 and then the 4? It is what? 12, as you already know. So we have to write our 12 here, so that this 3 has its share in this 12, and this 4 has its share in this 12. This x minus y have its share here. This x minus y have its share here. If the video is running too fast for you, you can pause it or replay wherever you couldn't get it right. Okay, so let's proceed. So this 3 goes into this 12 4 times. Good, like we did for fraction. This into this 4 times. So this also into this 1. So that 1 times the 4 here will be 4 times the numerator here. So we have our 4 here times the numerator 1. The same as this 4 into 12 3 times. Then this x minus y into x minus 1 1. That 1 times the 3 times is what? Is 3. And the 3 have to multiply the 1 on top of it. We expand the numerator, 12 into bracket x minus y, and then you have 12, 4 times 1 is 4, and then minus 3 times 1 is what? 3. So the final answer turns what? 4 minus 3 is 1 out of 12 into bracket x minus y. This is our final answer for question 4. So you're left with the last question, and then we are done with these few questions here. So we move on to our last question, which is 3m out of 9m squared minus 1 less 1 out of 2 3m plus 1. Now, whenever you have something of this sort at the denominator side, please never expand it. When you expand it, you might have the answer correctly, but then you will have to go through a very long procedure. And so please don't expand it, just leave it as it is. In some questions, they will expand it for you, and you have to factorize the common factor out. But in this question, they've already factorized it out for you, so you leave it as it is. And now let's proceed. So we have our difference here, and this is m squared. We need difference of two squares. Now we can change this 9 to 3 square. Then now we can have 3m all square as 1 square. And then we have our difference, and we can also have this one as another square. And it becomes difference of what? 2 squares. And then we know what to do after we have that. So let's proceed. We have our 3m here, and we have our 3 square. And m square minus our 1 square. And then we maintain this as it is, 3m plus 1. So we still have our 3m, and then all this will be 3m all squared minus 1 square. 1, we maintain the same thing, 3m plus 1. And so we know what to do. Whenever we have such a thing, we maintain this, one will be addition and the other one will be subtraction. So it will be 3m out of what? 3m plus 1, and then 3m minus 1. We have a minus 1 out of 2, 3m plus 1. I hope you get it. So we then find the LCM for this whole denominator. So LCM will then turn, we said everything here should have a share here. So we will then have our what? 3m plus 1, and then we have our 3m minus 1. This 3m plus 1 has a share here. We just bring the 2 here, and we are done. So the whole of this goes into the whole of this 1. Then these 2 multiply the numerator, which will be what? 6m. And the whole of this 1 too goes into this, the whole of this 1, and this has to multiply the 1, which will be what? Minus into bracket 3m minus 1, bracket close. Good. So we expand the numerator. So it will be 6m, 1 times this will be what? Minus 3m, and then we have 1 times this will be what? Plus 1, all over 2, 3m plus 1, 3m minus 1. Good. So we add or subtract items, which will be what? 6m minus 3m will be 3m plus 1. Final answer, 2, 3m plus 1, 3m minus 1. Once we are done with the question 1, we can clean it and finalize it here. We are cleaning question 1 and question 2. So we are repeating the same thing here, which will be 3m plus 1, 2 into bracket 3m plus 1, 3m minus 1. Good. And then this whole thing goes into this 1 and this to 1. So the top is 1 out of 2 into brackets. You are left with this 3m minus 1. If this has been helpful to you, please subscribe and share to your friends. We shall meet next time and start with a full